Hello. Is it public? Hello. Hello, fellow Ghanaians. Sir, let me check the lighting system first before I start doing something on the other side, because just give me a minute, baby. Let me get the lighting working first. Yep, I think that this is okay. Okay. Yes. Say Obia Timinka. It's been some time now, about Facebook Live. Now I feel it's very important. Say my address one or two issues here. Very critical. A far party NPP amanyoku. Any and Simbia Echegua, we feel it's very important na yebe address it. Na I think it's slow connection, right? So I need to get the connection right, because it's like a little bit slow. I don't know if bring them on camera. Oh, are you sure? So you are not seeing me on camera, or you are not seeing me, or what is happening? Because I can see, if hey boss, I'm waiting for you to contest that. Basically, and me by life I just want us to address a nyoma bi wo ho a very, very important. Na very critical. Ewo MPP amanyoku no. Ene yen kasa nso yen ho. Me feel say ehun behia. Now I've seen a lot of people slow connection. I think that, or should I cut it and come back again, or I don't know. I am not getting the connection right. Or is it right? Oh, let me see. I don't know. Technology these days is becoming a problem, Okay. Intino uwa maunua nshare na ubia nso a wotie ono nso enshare na onfre unua na fre unua na ye make sure say obia o Ghana ni nchuru no ntwaso ba bia nso no e make sure say they will be on live to watch this particular episode. I think it's very important. So far, so good. What the naysayers were saying about Honorable Kennedy Japan, the presidency, any new man and any swadi who or person ye, edema my Ghana. Na amount for tautu can sema kesie twitwa nyoma mu nyina no. We can see said now a kwamwa da ho ama Honorable Kennedy Japan akompreko is on his way to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Some of them are political strategies. I always say no matter how hard they try, to destroy Kennedy Japan, enye juma ne, enye juma china, Kennedy will definitely become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. And the reason is simple. The streets are calling for Kennedy Japan. The market women are calling for Kennedy Japan. The ordinary Ghanaian are calling for Kennedy Japan. The engineers are calling for Kennedy Japan. All the ordinary Ghanaians are almost full say we need a change of leadership. A leader or a pragmatic leader. Odin nyoma papa beba Ghana for abra bomu piano e call for Kennedy Japan. And this is a time for you to get connected and then maybe cancel pa. And you know, I'm just trying to drum home a point that is very important. Mo share me interview am here no early January or somewhere February there. The party hierarchy were attacking me. Owusu Bempah no class say wa bodam asem o kan onim de o kan nin seme nemu hu de e koso. Please me stress enyo obia na oba me wo na be tro asem didi matemo a I'll block you because me the idea to me Facebook war I don't comment and I don't expect anybody who person obetia you get out from here and you by force says otie what you say intino se we wadwene se obetie me na obet yes o baba yes o baba be didi matem e wo me wo ho a I'll block you. It's as simple as that and I'll make sure that I'll report you to the right me measure o se betie what you say me measure o se bra betie me and as me measure o se be ka be hwe the meye wa we don't have any business if you don't want to listen to me me mepa o cho say bra be hwe me what you say if you don't have any business don't come here and come and listen because when you say me my Facebook live rough I don't use social media unnecessarily. You understand? So anytime I come on social media, it's a serious business. Because me, I have a purpose in life. And I'm not somebody who will just be getting out and using social media anyhow because they feel say they want to use it. Because I'm a media person and I understand the media. It is what to use the media for. You don't have any business to come here and be talking. What you say? You know, a very, very important say people will understand that if you can't stand in here, you get out from here and you go and listen to your nincompoops or more the other side. Who say, oh, I will believe in them. You can go and listen to them. Miniano, a very important say 3 months ago, and I'm making this statement, almost about 5 months, 6 months ago, when the president may making issues say, may experience in Ghanaian politics. May cause no youth in Ghana. I also a bebunua or me age. What you say? 40 below. I see. What kwadari wa manyo sema when you experience. I can't me Owusu Bempah. I've worked with various presidents. I've worked with people who wield power and know how to handle power and understand the body language of the ordinary people. I know what I'm talking about. Immediately, I'm a background interview. I'm a car about Honorable Kennedy Japan and how the ordinary Ghanaian people are calling for Kennedy Japan to become the president of Ghana. And the way a Ghana for the Hokeka, say, yeah, party, 2.1 million people are metuabano. E be approach here no catch say Owusu Bempah Kennedy Japan amanfana mantini antoaba. And these are facts. Majority of them has their issues and I know the young kind, but one way or the other. And your man kitting bia SCCA a chair say na Ghana fall were looking for a leader or a pragmatic, a leader that can change the face of Ghanaian politics and no any leader na omore. It is our leadership no and Mebeka once some time ago. Mwanji Antumo. Now, election year 2028 elections no. MPP amanyoko yentias say election year kono enye political party. Na year cause our election. No, Ghana for are sick and tired of the various political parties. Ghanaians are looking for a unique character, a leader. I will say this leader is honest. Honesty. They are looking for a member, a leader, a personality, or credibility. Aobejina Ghana for enim na oka asemwa Ghana for bejina die eno no mo yo They are not looking for any other leader, but they are looking for these cardinal characteristics of a personality. Omo person obedi Ghana so. Because Ghana for say it's business as usual. The youth want to hear a leader or sorry anopa no say ene mabunu mema mo juma 2 million jobs, you can trust him and know say this man can deliver. And the youth no mabano, they want their life to be transformed. They need a change. Too much talks. Kasatintina doson. Ama enei Ghana for hwehwe ensuma kese bia mana pie emabunu no hwehwe leader bia or the dynamism or the trustworthiness, transparency ebeye adwuma eno na Ghana for say omo na yenhwe ade bi the trajectory of Ghanaian politics ni yenhwe politicians who are anano many papa bi she was politicians there munyina sa na motie mo betima hyeboa ebeduru ose ebeto aba na mo ka bibi foforo kire. They say we are sick and tired of you politicians and throw no doors. Ye hia obi a obetimi aba be di leader. It got to a point where na nkofobia can say even what is happening in outside the countries, no obi okromo pe ba ye Ghana de ye pe democracy na leadership wa Ghana fo ahwehwemu hu say ye wo oberima bi wo Ghana ha ono de so otene party mu na ne party nyoma bi koso na enkoyi obesori agina no asekire ne se aduasa miensa na waka ho asem ye wo oberima bi wo ho no mo a ne maame ne wona ne maame no na odi bone na nya obeka in our part of society you who say anything that anybody can no, you are seen as a bad person and as somebody who is always saying the truth or saying the truth. No, you are bad. This is a time ye mabunu a ye bano ye suan yomabi say let's conscientize our mindset and look at the kind of leadership that we are building for ourselves for the future. Kennedy and Japan is the answer for you. No leader at this moment in the trying moment of Ghanaian politics, trying moment in Ghanaian politics, can compare themselves to Kennedy or Hene Akompre Japan. And I'm say a party for the baby. Sorry, and we are having a moral audacity. Sorry, say we are going out there to fight Galamsey. And then we have the nerves to be criticizing John Dramani Mahama. And then me Owusu Bempah, me, I will not go into that tangent. And everybody may come and say, my people think I'm just being controversial. But it's a fact. No kure uka. Nye ni honu 2012. And ye mu bi akoye demonstrating. Iti a John Dramani Mahama. Say, John Dramani Mahama buying at the Ghana Adani Galamsey headquarters. Ye ti kroma. And a Ghana for ye party for ye Yusu Galamsey. For politics. Ama the sitting president Akufo-Addo in the life to on the line the presidency to online. Oba for first week. Because the people that he hide around him, majority of them allegedly were part of this Galamsey here. Omoba the NDC for Mesa. No my in Galamsey no. Some of them came to continue. So what moral right have we got to even come back and today use Galamsey to do politics? The leader don't want to Akufo-Addo. Or ye not going to fighting Galamsey. But because some people were doing it under his own watch, allegedly, and you know, Wontumi ya bayano, Wontumi am fighting to achieve the dreams of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. It is a neno. What sorry the Galamsey about the politics are. And then say people are talking about it using as an issue. What do you say? Now, we a leader. Na se nei Kennedy Japan ye president. Who born dogs and me Owusu Bempah me say me Galamsey manye bi da. Manye bi da and na me nye bi so da. So Owusu Bempah na ma sorry anopa. Anda se bi a Kennedy Japan ye president ukruma. Na me Owusu Bempah sorry say ebia me appointee wona ban mu a or no better me semen ko galamsey. Anka dia na dia bechi no anka the next day I'm out. He will sack you and take you to jail. And that is the kind of leader that we are talking about. A leader who is brute. A leader who will make sure he put his foot on down and will make sure the right thing is done. He doesn't care who is the family member or brother or whoever it is. And that is the kind of leader the Ghanaian people are calling for. The leader who walk the talk. Otiasye. Entienei. Asemu Americano. Yes, simple. Ghana has come into a crossroad. Ghana ijina kontanai. Ye ko ye nimuno. Ya ko abatuomu ama ye hunu. Ya suansuo aswansa. Ye hunu die eko. Enti mum ye ntase ne sabese paniko ni na haban. Enyoma ye nyina no dachi bi bebu hunkuntawo. Na eya na musema yenka. Leader no amusese amanfo bi ani abria. Omo kan gidigidi yemfa Dr. Bawumia mra o ukoka na ukoyia no ukoka asem bia yesi udi natem. In the eyes of the ordinary Ghanaian, musi ya try no 3 times. Ya try no first one. It yensa mfa mra biem. Mi busa o common long knowledge. Udi Ghana fo nyina meto amamo. Say o product. Na that product no udi akodwom akoton. Obia nim se pen we a big pen. Obia ti din big pen obia ti. Na so de kotu dwom se o ton se big pen we ma take so obia meto obia mpeso beto. Even though the product is very well known and marketable, but nobody want to use their purchasing power to buy that product. Minianum se sa na tie dia, will it be wise for anybody in their right frame of mind? Says our product to now must say, and now you the number first one. Oh, yeah, and talk Ghana for and talk. The worst performance in the history of Ghanaian politics. It been see that in the Fourth Republic. So our product now must say marketable. Yeah, market ya. Yem penny phobi, any party phobi try so make convincing delegates for and cotono. Nipano yadina but that product. We tried to market that product for 16 years. Ya market is our product, you know. Dr. Bawumia Yusuno in that angle. He was a running mate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Dr. Bawumia was known everywhere. For 8 good years. He stood in the Supreme Court, market himself. You and I were not there. He became the vice president of the Republic of Ghana for 8 years, head of the economic management team. Product to know Ghana in chono ni chiasu baby obia nim sa product no. Anka yenkwa jina na kiebua. That kind of marketability a product no enya ye no. Sa marketability ni openness. I don't think any candidate in the history of Ghanaian politics, not even Kwame Nkrumah, had that opportunity of marketing himself for 16 years. Kwame Nkrumah had that opportunity, no? Delegates. Kwame Nkrumah, he had an opportunity to market himself. Abraham declare positive action, 1948 disturbances, almost declare positive action. Kwame Nkrumah, ye chain obey prime minister. Obey a prime minister, or there, if he has a contest, 1956 elections are winning just 4 years, not the marketing, once 5 years, not the marketing. Kwame Nkrumah, the one of the finest president in the history of Ghana, went near marketing the way Dr. Bawumia marketing as a vice president, a running mate for a sitting president, and then making himself so marketable. Now say product, yeah, this our product now. One marketing for 8 years as a running mate, and then 8 years as a vice president of the Republic of Ghana. One marketing one na this our product no abba idwaso se Ghana for nto. The Zongo community ento, the Muslim community ento, yenuanum a Christopher ni yenuanum Ghana for nyina omonto, Ghana for anto Dr. Bawumia. Omanto The product is well known. They say pen ye kutami. Obia nim say pen where your friend big. And I say product where your friend Samsung mobile phone. Obia nim. But when you put it in the market, they deliberately don't want to buy it. And that is where the analysis, delegates, that is where you must get the analysis right. Irrespective of how the product is so marketable, as some people are making it. Say, the product is so marketable, I don't get it. The Ghanaian people didn't buy it. Oman talk. Say, upusu no numa na atene kankan. And then penifone bu baby say, ye pa ye be hunti di achichireboa. It is say, yeah, dear, we need to understand the dichotomy. Say, product to know I selling Dr. Bawumia in the history of Ghanaian politics. Kwame Nkrumah kro entima selling the way Dr. Bawumia entima selling Ghanaian politics. Me Owusu Bempah me tiwe. Say wo de me ko na mo marketing said the Dr. Bawumia platform under the back foot of Akufo-Addo. He masqueraded on the popularity of Akufo-Addo, one of the most popular politicians in the history of Ghana. We Rollins in Akufo-Addo. At that time, at that moment, Akufo-Addo was so popular. He chose you as his running mate. He gave you all the opportunity to market yourself. The platform was there. Winning this election was a done deal, Dr. Bawumia. You could have won this election hands down if Ghanaian people wanted to buy you. The product. I'm talking about the product, Bawumia. So what are we talking about, fellow delegates? Yen Sheno from that angle. Sesebio mikuta banji. Ana mikuta product ame pese meton. Na product no. Ma bohu deura shedema titi deuro na bohu aka hu nsema chirechiremu a chirechire rules and regulations e wo hu ni bibia magana fo obi ahu na me the product na badwom e dia ba beto market se me ton me the price above still omanfo no so omonto and still Ghana for yeti wo no timamufuo no atide timamufuo no ka no yenye ya adwensi ebetie na emom no ye de product no a omoso omompe no eno a na yesi ye de bebrem product no a omoso omompe no na che say indirectly na people we trying to disrespect the Ghanaian people omukuta the sovereign will of the people, we are trying to disrespect it. Fellow delegates, mumia chedi ye pa. The product no Ghanaians totally rejected us, rejected our candidate. Yem peno, mo de ba yen to. Product no yem pe. As out society, now ye choba. Na nkrofo bi se bi omu ni preku. Omu si omu ni preku. Now ye choba no se bi baby a wo ye choba no. Eho no mu na omu aka wo de aduane abesu omu apo aduane no. Na de chinya wo de preko ya san ba besi wo de ye choba de ama omu se omu by force mumra medi because de mo kanu yenti so dogo bi no abe ofi se sa choba do obi ba be didi ho obi anu ba be didi ho. That's common sense. Eye politics ni eye se sebi ye de remote control in e be ye flag bearer na Ghana for so mbeto no a ni ebenya tumi a. Why are we wasting our time trying to please people? Now nim enra ne nano ensembia metete ye ne dem de mani hu pa no amama hu se amanfo bi de Dr. Bawumia eye krokro de John ebi no ka kire me se Owusu Bempah munya botre na ba bi a wo ne de ye no na wo ho na ye pe bibi ye nim de ye hwehwe obetrase na ade betwe no obehu no na edansuo na nipa nim nipa toto urofo pa meji omu dia mehu omu TV so a omu ne papa inam party mi kosi nkonwa allegedly baby etimi ka sansem we etimi ka mebi be pie manim se Owusu Bempah nya botre me ha ho kra na papa ne de ye di salary ye tu ye galamse na ye nim ba bi a ye di ade ne ko ye nim pa appear 2-3 times ama me matibi and now share high profile people o mka asem na I was shocked to the core. Say, hey, Dr. Bawumia, say uncrofo a uno mu kase ya uno mu ko bebre. Say bebre no ma balangad. Really? But unim said ye konyi. And I said you omo ya okro de John kro. They know your people around you. Me see ebinu owa omo voice conversation with people. Ya chi egu paper so ya chi egu eyiso ewo. At the right time we will blow it all up. We will blow it all up for you to know the kind of people around you. Ah, omo ankasa nim se abatwo ya yekotui u product no is a bad product and nobody want to buy it. But they still want to push you to go out there. Because said you and your man be PPM actually. And no any here. Is it all about that? Is it all about certain people's parochial interest? Or is it about capturing political power and making MPP share? Yeah, you know him say NDC for messing up big time. They are messing up. But they all turn around. Na ye party communicators ni bi say, oh ena mo sorry amo ye Kennedy mo sorry amo ye interna munya sa de no na mo mra be attack NDC. One ka kire say sa dwaso hantan fi areho wan be. Muntie sa be na mebu no dwaso hantan fi areho. Ko bi sa nana sa be na mebu no dwaso hantan fi areho. Ah, efie dere am efie abosia atwitwa yen. Yes yen kwa abonten ko super abonten sofo. We don't have any moral right at this moment to criticize the NDC because we have failed in all flaws. Failed. And we need to get the moral high ground before we can criticize the NDC. If we don't have the moral high ground, we can never do that. Except a dishonest politician. Except somebody who doesn't have that kind of political, purging. And Obeka say, sorry, na yen ko criticize NDC at the moment. Ah, just one time you talk about Galamsey when we all know say NDC mess up in 2012, 2016. They mess up with Galamsey. When we came, we should have used that opportunity to change the system, to show to Ghanaians and say, yay, we are better than them. We can do better. But what happened? Our very own people were messing up with Galamsey. And yet, we were kicked out of power for propaganda. And then, you have come back in opposition now. You want to come and tell Ghanaian people, say, you are better off. It will take a foolish, strategic politician to talk like that. Because Ghanaians will not buy it. They will not buy it. Nobody will buy that. And you need to understand the Ghana electricians, omunyan kwasiafo. Sebi omuni munyansa chen ye kasam. Sebi omuni munyansa. Omadwini mu daho. Iti sa krokro de John politics na ye no. Yenyai. Iti me de ensemo amatie every close circles of Dr. Bawumia. Me ho adwiri me. Say, is that how they are doing it? People are just playing with a man all along. But they know, they themselves, they know. Some of them are acting like Marcus Brutus in the days of Julius Caesar. So what kind of Marcus Brutus, the conspirators, Caius Cassius, Metellus Symbanum. Go and read the book of Julius Caesar. You will understand what I'm talking about. Dr. Bawumia, go and read the book of Julius Caesar. And during the election day, you turn around and say, Etu Brute. You will be shocked. You will be shocked to the core. And your mama te, and in your free one casawina circle. Ozu about Nabutre, na ye mune oh, ye mune echo, ye, udia ye, or harude, ye nim de. Like seriously? And penny for chocho. Omo Bempah pay. We could da baby no cancel say ah. But Dr. Bawumia him say go for we nyina omo ye nkrofo a ono omo ko campaign. Ah. Nye bi na nan say ye bi kan na ye nim delegates. And a delegates ye nim omo beto aba ma Kennedy Japan. any more mombe to Obama, Dr. Bawumia. Oh, we got these delegates in the bank. Hey, fellow delegates, they said you have my objects. Ankrofobi to me catch say, Mudia Mono, ya storm in a bank. Mudia Mono, ya Toma Jene, ya to order that. Etin where they are, Mubawa go to Obama, Dr. Bawumia. That is what some of them are saying. And in the course of time, they bought these audios. It will shock you. It will shock you, people. Hey, Sanity. Say, we are taking Obia Onono Mautumi, Nidu Kokromoti Mautumi. No. We are taking them for granted. Yeah, ye bu delegates. Ye nim say ye be kayen sempa ache delegates. Ye nim say ye be ko form ni bunkotodwe apamocho. Se baby ye do no dom ni bremu no. Ye de sebi ye ntoto mo ase. Mo na mo kura tumi no. Na mo na mo share ni munyam. Mo na mo share Professor Dubu Ahia ni munyam. Mo na mo share J.O. Kufu ni munyam. Mo na mo share Nana Adodankwa Kufu Addo ni munyam. Ni ye gidi ye se. Sa dom ni brewe mu no. 31st of January. Mo be share Kennedy akompre ko Japan ni munyam. We believe in that. Ye de ye won say ayipemuna ye kwotase ni ateki mu for granted say mu de mu no ya chimo adwene ato we si mi wo say na we MPB asori me nkrofo kra na me ne omo kasa no we mu de omo ye me nkrofo ndo meto abama busa ho say MP no be kasa asem ne kire wa busa ho say who as an individual a day na why am those people who are talking, what have they done to transform you the delegates their lives? Nanu na me ofa Katie Amond. Obi a me bu no penasem fere no. No ofa Katie Amond akogina delegates animu ayeka ofa obeka semu a anka ofa anka wokra de anka obia beka bibi anka nye wa. But wasem a wokan ye no ama me madwene twe akọ asem bia wo anka sa close friend bi ka kire me say no sansem na mo keka no mu fu Ghana for bo se be ya Dr. Bawumia be lose elections enti mu nsem a mo keka no mu nim de enti a mo keka sa ye de yemfa ho ye de mu ka de na se mu nim se sa na mo ye de a Argentina you go there and dishonestly tell the man that he's winning, meanwhile you people know that he's not winning. And then when Musa Dankwa mudu mani to no so and then Musa Dankwa de na oka Musa Dankwa se de na yenkrofo te ho kasa na oni made ye mahi ye ayi election ye see nyina no before ye be sha ase no me ko grant interview first one ombuza me me kan say Ghana for say mo amfa candidate Japan ama ye nto aba na party mpanimfo toto wurofo asime kon so Owusu Bempah Abususem. As a deputy communication director, I am supposed to communicate what the grievances of the ordinary people. Politics is about human beings. Politics is about interaction between human beings and the democracy in the air. Now say, me as a deputy communication director, MPP Chamia Baby actually. Me kwa bontina se manfo no nsemo omo ka kire me afa me party ho. Me begina wo de tu dwase de be a party man no betia. Yesi anti bida. Na emom no Professor Okwe committee report. Abeda bontin. Ene emeda bontin yesi obi ani party ba bi ani bi. Enti nsemu a wo mu a Professor Okwe committee ye kan. One candidate in Kwa seems to have what is inside the Professor Okwe committee. And I sorry ani abetranse. Ye campaign ani e bie bibi so ni a embellishing asem na ye no kura ni a turn no ni a can upside down just to favor one candidate. Enti yanso de enim fa Professor Okwe committee ho no. Me so me ma site no. Me Owusu Bempah me fa metudwa. Na me kasa Professor Okwe committee ne say a Christopher or Ghana, majority of them doesn't want to vote for Bawumia. I see in the report. And so we should come and say it that they don't want a leader who comes from a year almost to Abama. Da Professor Okwe committee no and somewhere can woman yes fametuga said ye hu no kre Inti America, fellow delegates. And Dr. Bawumia na da obejina no count no cheche no memu about what happened in the committee. Yes, so Kennedy Japan ne kasa bi okekaye ene ma Owusu. Is it in the Professor Okwe committee report to say Obi Beka say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose us. And indeed it exposed us. Sa ne kasa no kan no, it weighed on credibility issue in the eyes of the Ghanaian people, and they didn't vote for him. They didn't want to hear him because they saw him as not credible. True. Said ethnicity and tribalism played a role in the Ghanaian politics in 2024. That a certain group of tribal people say, Omo, good favor for them. And that they are not going to vote for certain particular candidate. Intino, sa report no ye sweeping under the carpet because we want the candidate to come and lead. Intino, ye taso mayanka no mo de omo anu ye so mbeka obi de. Professor K committee no me there omo confer report no mra betima ka cover to cover. 60% of the problem it will put it on the doorstep of Dr. Bawumia. 60% of the findings of Professor K committee was put on the doorstep of Dr. Bawumia. That's why I say Chairman Sobos was too quick to come out with his own findings. I know propaganda. I call round almost my mini about so I just have to say, no make kasakasam. Na me de Miami General Secretary. Sasama making. Senya no kra omfa meto abontini nyina ye humbi. Say Professor Okwe committee dey na wo mu dey na kafa Dr. Bawumia ho. Say if you want to be fair, say omo bi omo ba no omo ba beka and a Kennedy Japan and I say may dare woman. May dare anybody. So be our Professor Fair committee report. Omo fa meto abontini nyina nhye kukom. Ni ehunu de kafa Dr. Bawumia ho. Why is it that the Zongo community, the entire Zongo community in Ghana, apart from Medina, Winneba Zongo, apart from Winneba Zongo, the whole entire community, Zongo community, voted against Dr. Bawumia, our candidate. They rejected him outright. Why is it that Akufo-Addo in 2020 left a voting population of 6.7 million MPP base? And Ojato, Dr. Bawumia kona edu 4.3 million. Wateso, almost 2.1 million. Why? There must be a reason. And it's in the Professor Okwe committee report. Yes, sorry, ye name him say, Kusasi ni mampusin tokwa. Adia, da, ye nina ye nua no no. Kusasi fo ye nua, mampusi fo ye nua. But here is the case, a DNA see ye, entia. A group of people before say, Yakoto Abama sa candidate we are, it is going to cause our problem. Entia entrance, na yesi Wontumi aye penintino. Sa candidate or ye in between these two tribes, ye emfa sa candidate in emra. It is going to cost the fortune of our political fortune. And we should know, no wise political party, ye nim the area, ye pe to me, pa, ye pen. We will not make that mistake. And I believe that the delegates will not make that mistake. Because ye gamble, because it will be personal interest. We won't gamble. Because we know, say, that report has cautioned us. So why are we doing this to ourselves? When your tribal politics, it's a fact. It's a fact. And let's face the fact. On one kasa Dr. Bawumia no nim. It did not form on one slogan, it is possible. No nim say, baby ojinano, he stand in a sensitive area of becoming a president of Ghana. That one will cost him. He knows. That's why he coined the jargon, it is possible. He knows it is impossible for other tribes on the other side to vote for him. And some of them are majority. We know them. They are all brothers. We know the other side and we know the other side. He knows. Say it is impossible. Do not call his slogan, it is possible. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Yen kano krenjire ho. Ene ye why kronani ama obi ehun baby ade ni twa. Because when they call in a jargon, it is possible. What was possible? That the Zongo community one kasa ko jina baby kaze the me Dr. Bawumia me Muslim media. Samudi mi begina me fa Zongo for fala say kutu say bam obefa ono ne kai enye me na kai o these are facts obianka say what happened then they go to about na a whole Zongo community and the Muslim community you lost miserably there. Would you forget about even the tribe matter? A whole report no Professor K committee report the home. Ejina Musa Dankwa, the first interview with Prof. Paul Adumochiri, or say it will be in the interest of Dr. Bawumia and serve the interest of the MPP. Say best step aside, not to contest any election. Because the future of MPP, so step aside the beboa. Musa Dankwa. Anyame nam kan enti Dankwa Buzia tradition MPP of yesteryears enuni. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Is it about people's selfish interest? Is it about leadership? Or is it about MPP a pesi ekoton candidate? Yedene kwa Ghana fo nyina begina tum irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your background, irrespective of what you said, irrespective of your whatever. The Ghanaian people will accept you. And I mean, you be on the other side, try no person use personal attacks on Kennedy Japan. Personal attacks. But when you compare both sides, Dr. Bawumia has a baggage as a political strategist. Dr. Bawumia has a baggage 2 million times than Kennedy Japan. And if you like, in the coming days, we will explain for you to know why product I call Domuno. See a quacoton may come back to that product. Product no ya tonwa bohu de uru achire Ghana and trono no chiasu bebia ama the product Bawumia na oda attention so pampan so a sa pampan no na pampan no ye golden pampan ye de ko dwaso a anka obi nto obi enkwa gina no wabua. Ye sell this product bohu de uru achire Ghana for nyina. And yet we told the product say mumra meto product ne beboa mo Ghana for ye ntono ne entono china na sebi nke ye obi a ke beta se ne sabe se paniko ni na haban ye hunu se product na edi ko odwom no sa product no Ghana for se omompe. And I walk to it will take me, listen, I've been trained by the former president Jerry John Rawlings and I understand politics. I understand the body language of Ghanaian people. And I know and believe, hopefully, Ghanaians want a different leader at this point in time. And yet, Bawumia assembly can have. Ghanaians, Musori Anumakao, Kennedy Japan, your presidential material. If you understand the minds of Ghanaians, Mukasa kwani fugana fobo. Mukasa ni fugana fobo. They don't care about whatever you think he is. Ebra, Unyankopon ni si hini o. E kachira mu. Ebra Nyankopon ye na dwe so be hira Jesse ne ne ma. Jesse ne ne ma. O se obofo no odo obofo no ko Jesse fie so kwa ko hira wo mu. Oduru ho no. No so mani nyina no se ai me mani nyina ni. O hwesa o se no unya menye hwe so mani nyina ni. O so mani nyina ni. O se no. O se akaba akon. O so di okanyan so no o hye nwura mu ona okanyan so no a yemfa ne nye hwe no a onyim de oye no o se kofre ne bra o ba no se wi na me de be chichi masafo nti unye nipa o onyame ne si hene na obie wa no ka so obi nye presidential material it you know in all angles Ghanaians omumfa hu The Gen Z is they want a leader who can crack the whip. Leadership. Canada, Japan, Ubonidia, look at what they hear, they tell you. Papa Wedi or Kano credibility, honesty. It is what they are looking for. Papa Wedi or Kano That is what they are talking about. Canada, Japan. Can we say that about Dr. Bawumia? I'm not saying it's about Bawumia, but Ghana for Neka. And that is the perception. In politics, when you allow people to build a perception around you, it becomes difficult to demystify that perception. So say you're quite Ghana for about Dr. Bawumia. You can tell me, if you're a political science, just come out and let's discuss this issue passionately. Oh, economy no bit much changing na man I say heaven. And I say fundamentals no bit my in. And I say those people are Zongo community or no I am Muslim. I also bit my vote to Nina Mayero. So could not platform to Besa Caso bit my miracles. I'm a Zongo ho ye be winning. Omo come in here because mentia say. And I say northern region 0.0000000 no. What is he going to do? Because he stand at a crossroad between two tribes. A long standing feud. If we're able to solve Mampusi and Kusasi problem, then Dr. Bawumia, you have a chance. But today, looking at that problem is there, and we know that is a problem. Na sebio uko sebio aprinkin sima kromwa. Na sebio amokuya kromwa. Na sebi won fa de ne nkate sa na okofa bibi foforo sebi o ubede atimako akwa so de amoku aye nkate nkwan ko de busuam there's going to be a problem. And that is why he knew that he was standing in the midst of a deep blue sea. Yes, me who de wa missing kano fire ni crazy there be sparky it nobody's preaching tribal but it's a fact. See, how many Kusasi people do we have in Ghana? May I estimate we have about 2.6 million people in Ghana. How many Kusasi for? And automatically elected Bawumia, it means that 2.6 million people are not going to vote for Bawumia. Why don't we accept that fact? Why? Why are we doing to ourselves? In the MPP for Kram, you vote to Kram, a buyer in Yan and Anwin, a super tick, because we have a 2.6 million deficit already. Why don't we tell ourselves the truth? Say and solve that problem there between Kusasis and Mampusisa. There's no way we can solve that problem and bring a candidate that we are in the middle of that, and we want to go and sell that candidate to the people. Professor Kwe committee report, I come home. And can't say you, but because say this issue played a role, the issue in the north, it played a role. Me can't say that issue of this issue played a major role. Why do we want to do a political gambling? Why? Why do you want to gamble? Why do we want to go out there and gamble? Because we feel say Ekufuado, they call me they will a total different issue. Obika says you Ekufuado ya chimney, if one if problem or a candidate in the bar, if for Santi for someone to Abama. I just had Obia Kanye. It's not there. There's nothing like that there. Ekufuado and Wakanji Obia say when the fundamentals are weak, there's space to expose us. He never talk about economy. Ekufuado was a victim of circumstance. Ghanaians saw Ekufuado as a president that never was. And they wanted to give him the opportunity to show what he can do. And that was something that was an adrenaline that was building in the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people. That analysis is totally different. When it comes to JFK, time or the gentle giant, he emerged. And people thought that the way a manner or standing election, I will now vote to change Professor Dubois, and that time, in time, the MPP was boiling up and building a political party. And Kufuor being from the Buzia stock, why year minister of Buzia time, they thought say they will give him the opportunity to see what he can showcase in 2000. And lo and behold, he won that elections. But Dr. Bawumia, we cannot gamble with that 2 times, 3 times issue now. It won't work. It won't. Because Maka and American. There is a lot of baggage on that candidate. And if we, unless we want to go and gamble. Unless we want to go and gamble. Unless we want to go and gamble. And as a political party, then we will continue to stay in the wilderness for so long a time. Ghana for say tono. Credibility issue is a problem. If you are doing politics, why do you think former President Rawlings was loved by many? We are political scientists. I go and check. Obumu said the Ghanaians love him. Kennedy Japan Obumu said the Ghanaian people know one thing about him that will resonate. And they so busa every Ghanaian in every household. Oh, Papa ne friend Kennedy Japan no then how they be kaino. Oh, sa Papa ne de on pen kwasi asemu. Ono de okanu kureu. And that is what is resonating on the minds. Sa Papa ne de or you be a or nani edin. Or timid in a nice form. Ne maame no na unkanu kura. Untimi ne nanti. Ne party kura mu na se BBC a obetimi aka no kura na kirewo obe look into your eyes and tell you the truth. She say Ghana baby a yedru no enye about book and akotrase ni ama lectures long lectures is boring. The ordinary Ghanaian people. Me share businessman say we are getting sick and tired of you politicians giving us long speeches, long and I the way back. No, they need a pragmatic leader. Somebody who will bring a fresh sigh of relief to the ordinary Ghanaian people. Less Ghanaians take the necessary risk and elect Honorable Kennedy Japan. Sisi Ghana for a yearning for a new leader. A new dawning is blowing. A new wind is blowing all over Africa. A new leadership that the people can resonate with. Leadership that can talk the body language of the ordinary people. The leadership or can the language of the street. Kennedy Japan is the man. Is the big deal. He speaks the language of the street. Kennedy speaks the language of the street. Every ordinary Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Japan. Let me tell you. It's not a kind of a bourgeois kind of thing. Kennedy Japan. Waton pike da. Ne maame every akurasi to asen dompim. Abrantie di abrabon kakra and otimi ko Adisadel College no swane trunk no ko Adisadel College. He was a brilliant student. O wie ye no wamfa eyi anye sebi me betrans to school. O tu kwan Duru Germany, or Germany. He was washing dishes in Germany. From there, he traveled to America to become a taxi driver. He started making millions and saving. He bought his first house in East Legon through Azuma Nelson. He started building his empire, and here he is, Kennedy Japan. How many politicians? Every Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Japan. Every Ghanaian. The young boy in the village in Ochemberiate, who said Kennedy is somebody who's an inspiration to him. That young girl, also say he cannot think of the next meal the next day, see themselves in Kennedy Japan. That bogano or John Kukuomu or Germany and America and say Italy and France are only hope because of the economic situation that they find themselves. They see themselves in Kennedy Japan. That taxi driver who's driving a taxi or Uber in the New York City, anywhere around Accra, Kumasi, or a taxi driver, only what tomorrow brings, that the life has become so hard for him, they see themselves in Kennedy Japan. That businessman, no, or what building the business, economic situation is hitting them so hard that they cannot understand how they come to build their businesses and sort out the next day, you know. They see themselves in Kennedy Japan. This is a new leader, fellow Ghanaians, we are bringing to you. A new leader who understands every fabric of society in Ghana. Kennedy Japan have been there. He has seen it. He has done it. And he knows how to solve the problems of the ordinary Ghanaian. Forget about the naysayers. MPP spirit need to be resurrected. Our party is dead. And we need to come back. The party need to come out. And next Ghana, what they say. Kennedy Japan said, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, you see how the party adrenaline will resurrect. The spirit of the MPP will get up. I didn't think home because of individual selfish interest. You feel say, oh, me intinu sebi you raketi hamo sebi unyansa baby wodri uti ase me wo fa no me po asem obeka ye wo constituency adanse asokwa enkenye honorable Kennedy Japan and ba o minim kura ba o 3 times can you've lost the election long time in adanse adanse asokwa or the resources and bebo a enne utimi nya sebi kumasi yonko ebe ye wo ameye no ntia Kennedy Japan nye the fault o onyankopon na odeni no. You can never, ever. Onyankopon, u baby a wadwene da se, u fu se hono na emi. Leadership are made and placed by God. Nobody can. So me, I've seen it. Say Kennedy will be sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana. Me, also Bempah, I've seen it. Opa obi ami entonchia. No matter what anybody will do, enye duma ne, enye duma china. In some I am making a point. Said there is a new wind of change blowing in Africa. Leadership are pragmatic. Leadership are walk with the talk. Leadership are already theories atun chain practical to make Africa a better place. Ghana, we are looking for that leadership. Ghanaians are yearning and desiring for that kind of leadership. Ghanaians are calling for that leadership. Omu pelida or chanopa or sorry anopa ye boni dia police for intimate je bribe street so because they know that kind of leadership will not tolerate that. Leader a soldier 14 dia omu say papa we or no dey no ani bottom sika. No politician in this country ebetima sorry anopa politicians ji sika near the sebio ye de ye nyoma ehu hia. Kennedy Japan Timothy bottom sika $7 million, $6 million. And you see cardiothoracic center military 37 military hospital. Since independence, no politician has ever done that. Let them come and tell me. Almost sorry na waje contract baby. Let's take it, let's grant it. So waje contract baby. Kennedy Japan waje contract no sebi one fan ko $2 in the fan mo baby anko da hotel. Kennedy Japan used that money to build a cardiothoracic center for the entire nation, one of the biggest military hospitals in this country. And you are telling me that man is not the right material to become the president or the flag bearer of the... Then you have a problem. Wow, Kasan, you have a problem. Why J contract, you know, one fan could do some or you see hospital, not any other hospital, a cardiothoracic center. And you are telling me this man is not the right man for the job. Then you have a problem. Ebino JJ contract yanka di ebino so JJ yanka sika ekodi di nkofo bi o memete Ghana gas o nyoma ekoso nyina na me hu yemeka de nkofo bi yeta yesi osufo timi tam de koma omo yemra meka na mi si Ghana gas wo no de me hu ye no me so yemra meka omo de omo kika sa se obi JJ contract no mbeti in the coming days no sa ansem no media me kana me the record ni evidence aba because I was the head of communication for Ghana Gas and I have evidence. In told me the pa omo famra. O the OBJ contract now the one year contract. OBJ contract, o the 1 year contract. What kind of dishonesty is this? What kind of me I don't care where me also been around for a long time. Mo the mo pa mo send him attack dogs no. No mo famra, omo me chene propaganda. Me show I've been around before most of the boys now omo ye dede no. I've been around for so long a time and I've always been prominent and I've always been around. O just say it me you can't take me out. You can't take me out. O propaganda me ebe eduma because I don't kiss no ass. Me kiss politician be ass. Go and find out the ministers on by MPP mu time. Why am I bad over contract? That person should come out and tell me. Send me Owusu Bempah. Send me Kisi will be answer. I'm daring them today. It didn't me loud because me. I know where I draw my thing from. I know where I draw my largest from. It did not me loud. I don't talk. Me kasakeke. Ministers now mo buy and Kufuado or Baku pent me mrabonti meka. Say me or be me beje contract on hoda. Omrabonti no meka. No for evidence mra. What you say? Inti ye kasa memem. Ye nyomo a ye tuo musika koka che so Owusu Bempah ese no betina social media no kan kwase ase menti so dogo bi emu abe mintie okra na mate lumba de cause mintie na mate mintie okra na mate na you see descending into the gutter. I want to be descending into the gutter than me, but I don't want to go to that level. We are focused to make Kennedy Japan the president of Ghana. Hey, mo sorry I na mo ko attack John Mahama. Why na prevent say John Mahama amra second time? Me na ya muni kroma na me sorry say me sin kete say kwan bia so John Mahama ma me president. Na mo mam messy up am na obe president we am nko sorry nko attack John Mahama. O did dear Mr. John Mahama do hin na ko. Dear ni nanya yenya ye be purge within the political party and make sure that we get the right leader to lead the MPP and fight the NDC. That is the political strategy. Na me Owusu Bempah na nka wan de bit ma fight NDC a chen me party ni mu ba ma ben wo ma obetimi ni NDC for dey see ni. But listen, ye nye krokro de dwon adwuma bi mu. Ye nye just ye new leader. Ni ehunu the leader no direction or the ye call. Ghana for ye tie se Ghana for peno. Ombeto ba ma no. Then we will put our ass on the line to do the right thing to make sure we secure power. And I'm sorry, Anamoto, and Yoma El Kosu, a party, Munautu fee, Nanyoma Bonnie Kosu now to me featuring car. How do you have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC? Yes, they are messing up. We know. We believe they are messing up. We know they are messing up. But we don't have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC. Who born dog? Ghanaians are not stupid. Ghanaians, you do Ghana electricity agura assemble good the Ghana electricity agura na ye campaign ani ye adwene say Ghana voka sidi ni nyo munye ni yo de moye no ye kase yo Dr. Bawumia ye mpeno o ye si ye nyini ni yo o kase no akase no ye die ye wo sisi fia ni bi ni ye die akire ni ye campaign. They punished us. Our own party people even rejected us. Yen to abano. Iti mayen take electorates for granted. Oh yes, sir, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. Yen meaning deep. Yen will say, we are at a political crossroads. Ghana for here a leader, or yet or what tima, or Jini nipa hon. Leader, only baggage. Leader, Ghana for person tono as a product. Leader, Ghana for you ready to sell and buy him. And I see that in Kennedy Japan. A new leader who has got what it takes to change and reinvent the wheel and make MPP great again. So divisive kind of thinking. And me say nkrofo jina baby and Dr. Bawumia be flag bearer Owusu Bempah mamo sa people like Owusu Bempah ni nkrofo bi mamo form nka ho na onyame kro be mo aye flag bearer. Politics is about numbers. Every number count. Na Owusu Bempah oni ni pe edi mechi. Oni ni pa edi mechi. Me kan na amanfo bi GH ni. Me popularity in this country. Now say oh koye campaign for me nka ho me fa ho be. Me experience amenya e politics. Now say oh koye politics. Now you be very strategic. Will you think like that? I'm sorry. You call election am we lose so miserably. Utwi ko jina say aka na epe. Now they hear politics. It will take a novice politician to talk like that. Say aka me na epe. And people people sat down and actually concocted or designed this slogan just to sell it as a political campaign slogan. Akana pentimonto mame. And we all believe in this gibberish. I am sorry. I felt so sorry and disappointed when I heard that we have something like Akana Epe and everybody is following this. I'm sorry. This is a useless campaign slogan. I'm sorry. Politics. Now, even common sense will tell you, say, sa na eno a oka. Nipa saying na ewuo. Nipa saying obi wa no okoto abama MPP because of pension. Adebia ye can say cap the hair cap or haircut asema ofori atade ba ya ese pensioners fosi ka biafa eti okoto abati MPP. This time round no ebi kra na ono no NDC ni anaso ebi ono no okoto because that time ni atoto petrol ebia this time round ma to beto obeka akoto ama NDC obede hu. There are so many indicators that works. Obi okra na credibility is a problem. Leadership now the by dia assembly okoka fa dollar ho enti no want to about my MPP enti no this time round the leader for ba o tira ho kase akana epe. And we all foolishly follow that and we believe that that will work for us. Mira matishoku say oh yeah politics. Even Nkwalanto Tofe wakra omonte politics asekra will never make that slogan akana epe. Hey, one Professor Mills won an election, and when Akufo-Addo was leading in first round 49 point something percent, 0.99 something percent. We hear just a slim margin to win an election. You call time, Emma, the whole thing changed. Professor Mills won by just 20,000 votes. And not the president. Akufo-Addo ko campaign what time? One can say Akano. 0.1 pay because you don't know some person who say you know sa akana pay slogan is useless. They should go and check 2008 elections when Akufo-Addo was leading by almost 49.9 something percent, and it took time to change the whole election results. And we are political strategies now. So the Bawumia now go the slogan way back. You are writing your own political obituary. That is what you are doing. Because it is so dumb for anybody to coin that political slogan. I'm telling you. Akanaipe. When we have our ups and downs, we know the problems. Your problem are the coalition. We know. And we are still working on them. Intermediate, Masemo American, and then Musa down quite abetu jase NDC force omope Dr. Bawumia. Intino say Ntwaba Dr. Bawumia. And they know. Na mimi asami jemfia mameka. Yeah, call elections. Me didn't go on radio, so and I'll repeat it. He said, say, yeah, the Dr. Bawumia ba omonye campaign. And they indeed, they didn't do a campaign and they won the elections. Yeah, they die nam usually sisifian. No, all my dean and form because they know say the candidate so easy. Easy. Elections, yeah, kwa batwa. Candidate product na modern corn. He must have a high believability rate that resonate on the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people or the electorates. Say only believability rate. Obian wo beto abama no. Me na make achiro Dr. Bawumia believability rate right now as I'm talking to you and the number 0.137%. Ghanaians find it difficult to trust Dr. Bawumia. They find it very difficult to trust him. What is he coming to tell us? Mi busao. So obey flag bearer, God forbid it will never happen. But obey flag bearer idea no beka. Ghana for bet me a shame crying. Ama be pushy Ghanaian people. Say omuko to abama. Again, omeka meje ni that he is going to change what the address system in this country. that he is the one who brought the digger mobile Oprah interoperability wine when he even refused to give credit to his own boss, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who was the head of the economic, who is the head of state and the president of the Republic of Ghana. Enti, yem koso ni enunu ye ho ne ensre. Se onu kuta ayi oba be church Ghana fomu, the Ghana fompe. Ghanaian delegates, Ghanaian electorates are very sophisticated. MPP amanyoku delegates, mun fanshe mwadwini mu, na mun take the critical decision that will change your lives forever. Ye kwaji tumi ne ye kwaji Ghana for eso mo bema you tumi. Ghana for se mo de Canada Japan ba o mo bema you tumi. Die na ye twen. Fellow delegates, a day na ye twen. Again, ye train. Nti ye nhye no so. Na ye make sure say you be taking the critical decision. A decision a bit changing your fortunes for winning this election. President Muhammad, you are any day you go. Candidates are any ban. Why and our credibility? We share NDC one. We President Muhammad in China. Why na ewo credibility? Why na musi ya tonwa? Kene Japan o tonwa umre because Ghanaians know that his candidature is too predictable. Ghanaians want a predictability candidate. Candidate obe sorry adopa obe hunu se sa candidate we ye de ne ba no ye nim se ono de se wo be ye minister na ye ma wadwuma se koye na kodi sika obe yi wadi. Ghanaians know about Canada, Japan. Ghanaians know say and some fool entimi mama nam Ghana na yete ha na omani mu NDC 42 galam say na MPP 42 na ye nyina ye 2 na Canada Japan hwe as a president under his watch. It will never happen. It will never. He will deal with anybody who deals with galamsey. Canada Japan leadership now wo say oh yeah corruption and I make Canada me catch them say obia or yeah dishonest our cannot cray our own straightforward. He cannot be around Canada Japan. And I've always said that because I've been with a man and I know him from so many years ago. I've known Canada Japan. And I'm telling you that for a fact. Oh yeah dishonest. Oh yeah obia on cannot cray. Uyobia uye kuntuna senyoma awasem no enko straight uyobia uye corrupt. You can never be around Canada Japan. Inti hono na yenkrofo problem. Say o papa we ni man be di president. Na ye o me say ye lie my mobuwa munye nyame. Canada Japan will be president of Ghana because we want sanity. We want trustworthiness. We want to bring sanity to the presidency of the Republic of Ghana. We want to make sure we change the face of our leadership. We want to reinvent the wheel and make Ghana a beacon of hope for Africa. We want to show that Ghana is the black star of Africa. And that leadership is in Canada, Japan. If you are a young girl and you are hopeless and you think that life in Ghana is a hell because of joblessness, come and get connected because Ken will deliver you and give you a job and say, yes, you can. If you're a young man and you have come out of a university, we are graduate, say, we are seeing our to Bahama, no kotoko na de crow room, na one uko application to application, na peduma. Get connected and ritaso naka che unya na unya son kanche unya na unya son kanche unya say Canada Japan will show you the way and create a job opportunity for you for the future. We a businessman. Now business is collapsing because of high economic situation that you find yourself in the country. He understands the business and he can tackle the business and solve your problems for you so that Ghana will become a safe haven for you to do business. That is Kennedy Japan for you. We are sick and tired of theories. We are sick and tired of theories. Theories doesn't put food on the table for us. Ghana for million mumaya nwini say o my Ghana ya de shimai e brebi ba ya leadership aye womu e kwan ya fa so ya chusu leader ya chusu obia bi ya chusu lawyers ya chusu other leaders who free all aspects. We have not tried a businessman before. He came from nowhere. Kennedy Japan came from nowhere. A poor dumping young man has made life. Me can a lifestyle. Now was seeing gumi. Me can say the papa no baby o free ni baby o baby duria. E ya dance dear mami no mi enu. So why don't we give this man a chance to come and run the affairs of this country? Why don't we give him a chance? Why? Fellow delegates, Mumayan Fashe Adwinim. He is an inspiration. Anytime I speak to him, he's an inspiration to me to do better in life. Because Kennedy is an inspiration to the youth who are out there. Where he started, a young village boy from Asindompim. He had no hope. He had no hope. Ni mama ni papa no money bi. Utimi meki to Adisade College, one of the prestigious boys' schools in the country. Wamfa sheni dream say ni mama bi wo ska na ni papa bi wo ska. No ni ska for the rubble shoulders. Kennedy fought and made his way to the top and became one of the household names today in our country. From a taxi driver in New York, a dishwasher in Germany, Hamburg, all the way down to become member of parliament for Asindompim for 16 years. Kennedy is the name. Wabobra amanehu, ama brabo kure hu se wabono. Na sebio yema obi enkono no otimi twa ya edu no otimi ntwa mo so no hwe Ghana. We need to take and give a new kind of leadership. Ye ko ye nimu no mre ene bechere timinim se delegates yen sada yen sayam eka se nipa no amode no ko ya mokoton no Ghana fo anto. Ghana for we need to understand and listen to the ordinary Ghanaian. At the end of Moka, yepe to me delegates, to me in yepe. Yet Kennedy kwa Ghana for somebody to me by my Mumaya for Kennedy in court. Ye musaya say nipa no abeka che se nkramufo beto abama no. Ono ani krom nkramufo, ono ana sore fo nkramufo anto abama no. Believability rate. On one ebeka say Dr. Bawumia de modina bemu ide ye ko twinka mofo vote di amaye. Okoja baby no kan and it's one of his campaign trail. He said it verbatim. Na sebio okwa trekwa okwa empanifo de busa be no okwa trekwa oso be ma ntoma tie ni din oye kwa tre no kwa oso be ma ntoma tie ni din. Dr. Bawumia nebeka chese sebio zongo any northern region or the vote ni na bebre meboa, and that it is possible. Say he will win the election for us. It is possible. He made some fantastic speech at that time. University of UPSC dropped the policy plan and how he's going to win this election for us in 2024. What happened? And then you see, Sebio, Ochema Bawu, Nyanya Bawumia Kwankusino, Dr. Bawumia. And then you see, Ito tu kwine, no nechije pateku, no popo kwamu. And then you see, Ochema Bawu, Nyanya Bawumia Kwankusino, Ochema Ba, Ochema, Omo Botum Pine, Ochema Ba. Ana obomofo nyenye ochema obomofo abawu ami enya Bawumia Kwankusi no. Zero in all the northern region. What happened? Fellow delegates, munyenwene hu ye me be can say when you zero in all 30 polling stations in the north. They were trying to justify it. How dare you justify that? Dr. Bawumia believe in data, and the data doesn't support your candidature to become a flag bearer. Data no support all the data. Me say me there will be also or no or ye analyst omranian 1-to-1. All the data everywhere, the data doesn't support. So Omekanche say you and I were not there in the northern region. Dr. Bawumia, you and I were not there. So what happened in the northern region? What happened in the Zongo community? You and I were not there. Yensan Gambo, Yensan Fanko. At least, let's be honest to ourselves. Nana do danko Kufuado. Our predecessor, Oni J Kufu. Omuko elections. Omuko munye Muslims. They never got zero in Zongo community. They never lost all the Zongo communities. Why are we doing this to ourselves, fellow delegates? Mumienye straight to Akufo-Addo, he wasn't a Muslim. He wasn't. But he was able to win some of the Zongo communities. Let's see. So fools like me who make sure. Let's see. Said the fellow delegates, no, asema make case. They know why. They should come and explain to us why Dr. Bawumia got zero. And he lost all the Zongo community. Akufo-Addo, J.Kufuor never lost in those areas. J.Kufuor, when you look at the statistics, J.Kufuor won some of the Zongo communities. Indeed, why do we have to gamble? Because you're the Kufuor koi. You're the Akufo-Addo koi. Dr. Bawumia ko. And what is the reason? Reason is only a reason the amount because we be abasa into marketability. They can't convince us he's marketable. Okay, he's marketable. Then why didn't he win? Oh, yes, Uncle try and be him. Hey, and once try. We cannot gamble with the future of our delegates. We cannot gamble with the lives of the ordinary people. Businessmen, Gan MPP moi, a Juma ye baye, ye di oma bro. Selfishness. We didn't treat them well. And they have lost a confidence in the MPP. Yes, I'm on for another 16 years. Because we are gambling with Dr. Bawumia, we should go and gamble with him. Because we feel say you're not bad, yes, I'm finding him, you're the neighbor winning. Is that what we are saying? Ye didn't buy obesen winning because ye do be about 3 times in the environment. Are we serious? When the ordinary Ghanaian people, Oma shenenim, no ma 20 an. You have a deficit. Akufo-Addo left a foundation of 6.7 million votes. And ujamaye. Dr. Bawumia Elkono no waja 4.3 million. Check out the difference. I didn't see here. Nobody can explain it to you. Okasa ni di watem. Okasa na atem di I know be solve problem no. One ka just atem di solve problem. We have a real problem. Dr. Bawumia has a baggage. Let's go and find out. And Penifosi, Upusu no man atenenka, and I make catch yourself Professor Okwe committee. No, I am daring anybody, including Miami own brother, Justin Fribourg, good I say, obey Adum, no the Professor Okwe committee report na beto abonten. Na yina hu the baggage of Dr. Bawumia was spelled out in Professor Okwe committee. It was spelled out clearly. Inti, who are we deceiving? Why are you deceiving? No? Abysmal performance will be there. What do you say? Who are we deceiving? Unprecedented MPP history. A bit see the candidate be anywhere. What Bombay elections a change Dr. Bawumia. Now, MPCB or Omudidi Achia. Omu declaration. I'm sure one of them is some politicians are. Omu names a leadership. Our consequence. Leader obefano the betre the consequence of the direction that you want to go. See I koto aba we MP. Maybe MP na mako contest Asante Achim North. Na me a candidate. Na ye bobo resource. Resource unu nyamae. Na se bibibuso mankala otwemberi ate ko remu ne bra abebume resource nyamae. Ye twense resource no nam kwan mu aeba na ye rea mani abre amigina mani hu tancho ancho ye declare presidential resource wa na leader no o twen wo de no ano na ono aba abonten less than 24 hours no aba be declare say on the wagiatum na NDC for the patapati so as a candidate who put my life in danger because of your own selfish interest, and you want me to go and vote for that leader? Hey, MPs sometimes me show more no more mystery. At that time, we a candidate, your life is in danger. Your candidate has put you in danger. First time I met Ghana political history, I mean, say leader Biababeji about Watum. When leave ni crew and I say the followers into limbo for the first time. Me who be da. When the catcher say, your co-election now, it's just all about going to concede elections. Yeah, diplomacy behind the scenes, conceded election. Diplomacy can even calm down your supporters and make sure, say, every vote, when you go and read 48 laws of power, every leader carry along his people. You carry them along. You don't leave them in the middle of the deep blue sea. No. But in 2024, what do we see? If we your friend is saying MPs baby, oh, and I media me declare my Dr. Will be any problem. But the delegates are not stupid, you know. You cannot think that you are a leader and you are an MP and therefore what you say is what your people will do. See, it was our power. Now, what happened in 2024 elections should remind us that this time round elections have become so complicated. You're serious as a people. What do I say? Into fellow delegates, one show 2024, you see here. Leader no ani edi na ji aye kono. Me sorry anopa. Me ma me be frame say be say mo prabera no consider defeat. I was shocked to the core. I was so astonished. I was so surprised. That is why Basintale and his boys got out and took advantage. And now Blikumanov, ye sit in the IGFSM. No. If you anka leader no tone was and Blikumanov Kebea. And the same very own people start talking. When Owusu Bempah decided, say, oh, we are going into Muhammad's house at that year, at that time, say, corruption on Airbus, we are going to talk about their own very own people. They didn't understand because of their political strategies that people don't understand. I knew what Basintale and his people were planning for that elections. And we wanted to test them and know what they have in store. And eventually it was manifested in 2024. You saw it in your naked eyes. Eti, ye see, Kennedy akompre kwa Japan, and ye peno. Ghana force me kanchira because me every average person or grassroots are Ghana for ne kasa ye me Owusu Bempah. A lot of people speak to me. High profile people, the ordinary people on the street, people on the ground. Ashanti region and the base and the heartbeat of the MPP. And I have that kind of people out there who speak to me every day. Monfa Kennedy Japan mra ye betwa banamam. It's got nothing to do with anything. Why are we being asobrache? Kennedy is the big deal for us. If we want to win this election 2024, he is the man. He has seen it all. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omoteo. Me Kennedy de me ne ebibia. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omoteo. Ewo parliament say any committee bia wo de Kennedy Japan beto so. So we MP na wo throw report na committee no ba nanim na wo nye apt on your figures, you onye apt on anything that you are doing now betranim so be chitchati e you know akwa, you'll be in trouble. They should go and ask the chief executive officer of Ghana Gas. They will tell him when he come and sit in board meetings and your market in Japan bebusa, the questions will bebusa, it will shock you. Very meticulous. People think that Papa no kasa ge. Who told you there are other side of Kennedy Japan that you people don't know? And yet the brofo read these speeches. The man is so deep and very intelligent. He paid a particular attention to details. Mena make a sure ne. Opa kofa pepe bina ko church bibi guzo na Kennedy ama wadwuma seye na church bibi na fa bigina Kennedy Japan nim na toto papa so na hade. Busa the campaign team form, they will tell you. Kennedy will look into your face and tell you, my friend, go and get your figures right before you come here. What are we doing to ourselves? Ghanaians need a new leader. A leader, a bit more trusting, say at least when he will bring discipline in Ghana. Ghana, we are sick and tired of indiscipline. Indiscipline. And Kofobi camp. Yes, will be nipa bako for kasa obi ankasa. Ubetimi de saba Kennedy Japan a campaign camp. Ubetimi abaho aba bedin se hunu. Hey, you born dog. You can't. I say don't pay my branch on Chimau. Emma bedin se hunu. On Chimau. And that's what me Owusu Bempah. Me, I was brought up in a disciplined home. So me believe in that kind of leadership. Obi oni me bi abekachiro. I believe in that kind of leadership. And you'll be the rhetorics, mere rhetorics. Kennedy will discipline you. He will discipline you right there. You take it right there. Bubusa, ombekachiro. Ghana for here leadership or discipline. Ediatina na yo mo to my favorite Rollins. Ghana for favorite Rollins. Ediatina omokasa. They are talking about the leader. Okuta that kind of craziness to do something to change the face of our lifestyle. Ghana for are yearning for that. Ghanaians are calling for that. MPP, mumi emphasize ama Ghana for. Mumi emphasize ama Ghana for. Indiscipline is becoming the order of the day. In Ghana. BBI, the OBI, the open way, obi mo obi chemso, obi leadership wa. Unim say in the world we are simon. You will leaders be wow. The minute ubehu omo presence, ubehu omo leadership qualities, ubeti omo din. When the name Kennedy Japan is mentioned, what comes into mind? Honesty, truthfulness, discipline. Mewa. What about Dr. Bawumia? What comes into mind when they mention his name? What comes to mind? Digitalization. Digitalization. No. Abrofo. Digitalization. Came long time. Lim Kwanyi no ma ye came. We are talking about values that human beings believe. Human being values. Values were here, Juma. Obianim se no kre, we no kre o. Be dia temo a ene solve problem no. Values are Ghana for gidie. Eye Ghana for ne ekogi tumi afri omo. Ye nkonkogi mfri obi ho. Ye koji afri Ghana for. Enti wo no uto anansesem na obodondo na wawo sa. Eye wawo semwa. Odi ase, wo beti ne beba. Odi opa JFK na kofa Dr. Bawumia bra 20 times. Ghana for will show you your smoothness level. Because Ghana for him say they want a leader obetime discipline omo. Leader obetime akase ene ochina medem opasisi amma Dr. Bawumia enko gina Independence Square niemfa Kennedy Japan enko gina Independence Square na Dr. Bawumia nkase obetime ma milk obie pipe a milk be pie maba na Kennedy Japan so can the same thing. Ghana for be Kennedy Japan wedi say ono Kennedy Japan o si obet mama Ghana pipe no milk aba na Dr. Bawumia so nka say Ghana pipe no ye bia milk beba na why the Ghana for be ginedi believability rate opa. I am just telling you the fact. Trustworthiness. He can look, Kennedy Betime look into the eyes of the Ghanaians and tell them Ghana for me buy ye see kasamu nyo afi na me be create jobs. It munya abotre na me create adwuma mamu. Me ye ni say bibi e besi bi oni Ghana for be din ye o me twantro bia anche obia. Obia nim say at least papa we o kan okore. Inti eto abama no ye nim say no kredie be ye adwuma. That is what the Ghanaian people are looking for. And yet MPP, your own candidate. We are not going out there to elect a presidential candidate for ourselves. We are going to elect a presidential candidate that we will take him out there and win an election that the ordinary Ghanaian people should buy. Until let's not toy with ourselves. Let's make a critical decision. Critical decision that will change the face of Ghanaian politics forever. Na minim se enye nkomhyefo no kwa na eka onyankopon asakra wiem dada onyankopon asakra wiem se de meka no enne kanye Bawumia nkrofo bi a secretly omo frefre ye no bi eka chezo Bempah yenya abotre na omo ne ye na eko omo nim se de omo ye no omo nim de omo ye enti no sebi mpreduasa yempe yentem kuchu na they will come and join us after na me who say yes, there is hope at the end of the tunnel, because oman kasana nim say the candidate will not sell. They know say the candidate will not give them power. They know that Dr. Bawumia is not a candidate yedene kwa Ghana for beton. Why? Why? Na na me hwene o ma bia na ya mesre. You see, see a political party already yakwa elections. Delegates muntio yakwa elections. Elections na yakwa ye no. Enkrofo bi enim se you serious issues with your leader no. Baby ojina ni gidi a owo ewo ne sum ene nioma. Then after elections I lose so miserably. Then one person ono ye supposed supporter of me person me bo obiadi, because I don't want to give people credit. Ono jina o chabo one of the prominent clergy Ghana ha obia buno esfere no ye chabo no yantise that leader no ono ne supporter no edi sanse hunu no watimi quarrel out about disassociating no ana obeka bibi etia. So person who say there's a doomsday ahead of us when we pick one candidate. The consequence is very troublesome, worrying. Say it to me, Super Donka Williams, one of the finest bishops. Onimunyamnia mikra me kasa no kra mi suro se metimi kra biema no aka asemfun bi atia papa we. Na yetimi di ni jina in the name of MPP. Ni a super papa way. Then we want Christians to vote for us. We want that leader to win an election for this country. Hey. I feel so sad. Party. That is why I knelt down and begged Duncan Williams. Yeah, Papa Duncan Williams. Me sa de akwanyam we faso biem. Se baby a ye tie bia. Me sre. Se Papa uko to dwanim na bompa ya. Kayen. Fire bonne cheyen. Papa. Yenim sebi ye ntotofe wafo a yenim sunsun mu nsem na papa ye bunko to dwe e pa o chow biem se susukru wa biara o yaudie biara o haw biara ye katrema akwatia wo e nam candidate bi so ma sa de we bai ye ti papa fache men ninkofobi echi emfa MPP muti muka papa minim se wo ye ni papa wo ye onyame ni po onyame difo ne wo onyame na anointed to watch over this nation Papa Duncan Williams, and we believe and trust in you ti papa ye bunko to dwe pa ocho a cho pa esu a eni papa mi de minyakura na kama ba wani ma beda fom esu agu na so boni bia MPP ayo obi afache. No Yankopon ebe hye wani munyam onyame ahye wani munyam dada bebia wode wagina bapon gina peso eni wani munyam efata dada papa wani munyam kron dada enye ne eno obi ba be kan bibia tia wo ye di Canada Japan wachi die ye judi ye nim de obetumi aye onyame and anointed to watch over this nation, and we believe in that. Sebi aprosi from penifo sebi yano yemu bia no atiam ye dia chopa kese and eba mamu penifo atoto urofo a muka egbamu you see sebi akokoba etiaba ni nkumba yinim se oba adwunsogu na so a chopa na ye deba yinim se mu betie no asopam na mu ba ye yadom. Kennedy is on a mission. The mission, one of the cardinal principles of a leader is to discipline his followers. And Kennedy Japan will not allow me Owusu Bempah me si me dinachi say me nkodi di osophobia temogana no ma me ninachi obepam me e kira. And this is the kind of leaders that we are looking for. He will call a spade and crack the whip when it's necessary. Inti Ghana for leadership are here churning out in this country. Ghana for the kind of leaders are ye baby yi ewo MPP mu. Na see ye di kogu ichinema. Leader said you omum di na chi din nsem hu a ontimi crack the whip and tell them to be disciplined. Who told you said Duncan Williams don't have followings? It will be suicidal on any politician who is right thinking to go and allow his followers to insult Duncan Williams, a prominent man of God who has so much followings. Apart from Ntitiye, for touch not the anointed and do that prophet no harm. Whether so finyami o media mimi jidi so yonyami nipa una unyinia fa show them naka. Na sa papa we no tete dark Award Mills papa eni munyamfo yi oye Christoni papa penny on tete isud anabanom on tete papa yi eni munyamfo ba ku oye osofu penny wo Ghana hai empenimfo toto asofu chenchire nchefo mo Ghana papa yi Duncan Williams ene tete wo munyina papa Wontumi man nsa so tie mu ma Nyankopon tenene. Hey, unso no feren. Ni ya sorry anopa yi yesia aduasam yensa ni ya super sofui okruma because there's no moral high ground in this country. Hey, na sabi o yeti society mu na ye nimpanifo a etu yefo a ebede no man no yetima chichiro man yenso yesi ye man ye kwan ne me chichiro man ne ye be chichiro man na se ye hunu de ye ene de nya me Owusu Bempah me share me politics. I've never attacked any man of God in this country because I know that is not the way to go. Me Owusu Bempah, I will never attack any high profile person in this country. Say me yes sir. Na enye ade papa. Me, I will criticize you, but I will not insult you. That is the difference. Upa go and check. That is where people compare origins. Me, I have never insulted a high profile person. Na me do atopi. Me bida. I criticize. And that's the difference. They say to me, I'm criticizing Dr. Bawumia. I respect him. I love him. He's a high-profile person, but I believe that Dr. Bawumia is not the right candidate to lead the MPP. And the facts are there. I don't know any insult. Intimi didn't attempt because baby I would drew me and if you anka me pay. Intimi didn't attempt. That's the difference. Intimi shenoso. How you be measured in the way we do our things. Try to get yourself involved. Na bibia ye biam ehun de be. Nti o my Ghana fo men semo a me dia to dwa no eno ano no. Minim se Onyankopon ni nyansem mu no wa ode ni Canada Japan already. You didn't say Kennedy a Japan would definitely emerge the flag bearer and the president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah. 2026, Kennedy will become the president of the Republic, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Delegates, asudie kesiye da yeso. Say, ye the products ako. Yamana kwenya se pen ye kura mi yamana kwenya mfie mpore dunsia se onton ne ho nkyere Ghana fo pen yenim ni product yenim na deban yenim de oye yamana opportunity aton no ye de ne koto Ghana fo anim se ye ntono Ghana fo anto. We shouldn't make that mistake. Ono ankasa Dr. Bawumia onim se Ghana for MPS be president. He knows that. He knows that. He believes that. That's why he coined a campaign slogan, "It is possible." He knows that it was impossible because of the line where he stands. And it's a problem because campaign and politics and elections are numbers. It's a number game. It's a number game. And every vote counts. Every vote counts. Nti, the Americano, intimi mase, ye kotoaba, ye nimse sirim ho, problem ho, two tribes are at loggerheads with each other. Our candidate comes from one tribe, and we want to gamble and present that candidate because we feel, say, he is the one that we should say. Because one vote to crowd me sit na kusasi ni ba kokran to aba maya. We have lost. We have a deficit. We have to accept that fact. Why are we running away from that? Why should we want to gamble with that candidate? Candidate, no, but we almost say Japan cancel and we didn't lose election. Candidate or cancel, pa ma MPP lose election, pa Dr. Bawumia. Obekach the Ghana for you say, while local CD no, edi key na ma IGP atoho. Inti CD no nyadia, ebeko surako so ne, akoso tina. Adia china CD na tiplaka. Then nam 18. Ghana for doesn't trust him again. or can't say my Ghana for yini. O te cabinet meeting as you. Now o sitting president. On election day, you increase fuel. I also now worry. Now, how does Ghana trust you with the highest leadership? See first year amount. One can you the highest position in Ghana. A vice president, president you are now we see serious statement like this. Say, unye aware. Is it a lie or lie? No, ukasana Ghana for even though be all kind of go, but Ghana for don't believe it. Believability rate. Omufu se kene Japan ko beka se oh me aware na ye wo ba na me no mo nya adwene. E different. Believability rate. Dr. Bawumia, how do you go out there and justify that to the ordinary people? How do we go out there and explain to them? A serious matter. Ghana for want to hear. And here na obeka. Yintini ye pa. Yintasi se abesipani kuni na habai. Na delegates. Ochinebi. President Kufone kan was it's better to be a ball boy in a party in government than to be a general secretary in opposition. Abysmal performance in the history of MPP politics. 2024 elections. Zongo man was a candidate. He lost all the Zongo communities except Winneba Zongo. How do you convince me that candidate will be overturning the abysmal performance in the Zongo community? A Muslim. First time in the history of MPP, you elected a Muslim to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. He lost miserably in all the Muslim settlers in the country. First time of picking a northern candidate to lead the MPP. First time. Facts are clear. He went out there, he lost so abysmally in the northern part of the country. In fact, the candidature, all the 6 northern regions he lost everywhere. The candidate votes or the statistics it was the most abysmal performance in the history of MPP in the northern region. So how do we go out there and tell us that Dr. Bawumia can overturn this fortune, overturn this abysmal performance and make it better for us? And so we should try him again. And that candidate is better, and we are convinced that we should take him and we'll win that elections for us in 2028. When NDC is trying to correct the mistakes, mess it up. So the optics is not only about even a Newman Kiting. It's about the candidate and the individuals that we are going to elect them and put them there to lead the engine of the political party. How do we? My President Rollins can't be chiremi. Na me kama Ghana Fwati. We don't use emotions to judge what is right from wrong. We use emotions. Emotional. Because we didn't chinintino facts no ograna. Oh, you are too emotional. You start insulting. And just sit down and have a sober reflection. Think. Papa no one also not enough. Into obeji nothing vote. At the end they see ye. Se BBC pa na mujidi se BBC na madem mo se mumi ankoshe Professor Okwe committee report madeye se obi afa report no na nhwe de wom se enkofobi entokwa esie nuanom a wo mo yenim se yenua kusasifo ene mampusifo wo ntokwa na a political party yesi ye pe power yenuanom kusasifo beto aba mampusifo so beto aba ni akofa candidate to free another tribe or but that means automatically we've lost the other vote from the other side automatically. It's automatic. So no Bawumia, no vote. No. What in a bar? They will lose miserably because the Kusasi people are not going to vote for him. It's a fact. It's a fact. Because it's never ending. Tiemon paye, ema ye ho. Na Nyankopon ema ya adwene. Aye, the bedwene akwa echire deep pa. The man is innocent, but is a victim of circumstance. And there's nothing anybody can do about that. There's nothing anybody can do about that. There's nothing. There is nothing anybody can do about that. Nobody's attacking anybody. But it's a fact. Why should we use emotions to judge what is right from wrong? There are key fundamental issues that we need to deal with. And that is it. What do you say? Timida say, Ghana for Biase, the best candidate to handle the NPP and take NPP from a political wilderness is Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon. Kennedy is a shining example of, and he represents every Ghanaian out there. Umiantua Banuma Kennedy Akompreko Ejapon. I mean, him say, Unyamitia Sidie, Kennedy, a president, the flag bearer on 31st of January 2026. Kennedy will emerge as a flag bearer. No amount of machinations will work. Matiti, so you're planning on the D-Day, you be say mafia tactics and juma. Because as you see bana juguruma no be apuma twede ahye ntomam e be na mebu no muntie nie mo amaya madwene say mo be planning kululu e bi ni ade this time round no muni the system support. You don't have the establishment support. You don't, because uni DC bia ona DC, you know, any police commander, any obi akwa akobopo no ma ye mo ya e be ma mo showdown. E be ma mo showdown. Because we are going to make sure that all our cameras and body counts are all activated across the country. Unless you ever told of him, will be a smoothness level, and Kennedy will win these elections. Indeed, Obia why not gonna say, oh, person will start here machinations be, and now your delegates will go them, delegates will go to Obama way and go for Obama way. No, one shall say revise him nose. What you say? A comprekuno di anymore or a leader. Yet the one year rehearsals for 2028. Yet the way the rehearsal for 2028. We will activate everything and make sure that this election it will be free and fair. You'll be winning or winning. Ye believe we say ya ton ya mama delegates. Delegates na so madwene. Or when him say Kennedy ni edene ba ye be winning these elections. Odiasie entino ye de ye ready say ye ton yensem akoranda kan yensem akere obi anu a ye desperate. The issue about Mosu ne sanyo manyoma na omo sori omo kan about Kennedy Japan is a Kennedy Japan ye traitor. One ye traitor Mrs. Ansem na mokika munya yo na nsem a ewo ho no ye mpese ye be attack obi awo. Ye pay unity. Kennedy, we need you people from the other side. So we don't want to go into that tangent. We don't want to go into that tangent. It will share no so. Na munya isa yam pia to hunu no amotototo no. So what I say? Ne hunu say Ken is going to win. He's going to win these elections. Osoro akasa na sasiya akasa. Kennedy is going to be the next flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party and go on to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah. Onyame akasa ewie akasa. Nothing can stop it. Into be a why na be say oba be starte kululu, oba be ye bibia di problem beba, obi ba be ye bibia, obe create problem na ye mafia, ni be ye tactics, ni be ye say na o polling agent gina wa, no obi abe panisum, no afa no wadi nya dwuma. Menuanom obi a waje wa plan sa ade no won kan koda kra sa tactics no old mafia tactics no ye koye nim chesa. Kennedy is the man to beat. What you say? Inti mesrew ye hye no so na ye hu ekwan a ye de nioma befa so na ye nyina as a party no ye nye nioma papa wo ye youth na wo party mu a fa 31st we are delegates for 31st January as a day of a reckoning, a day of salvation, a day that you are going to make sure that you go and vote for Honorable Kennedy Japan and make sure say you protect the ballot. Every vote count that day. Make sure that that is going to be a day a bit changing the face of MPP. Until we are delegate. Now tell me anywhere you find yourself, make sure say election way is a lifetime election. This election 31st January is a lifetime election. It's an election that is a do or die election. It's an election that will make sure say we change the status quo. It's a grassroots election. Grassroots for mo na mo yesi ahini to ahini. Mo na mo kase empunu a empunu. It's not about those at the top. It's about you. Kennedy stands for you. So you must come out and make sure say you make a difference. Come out in your numbers boldly and make a statement. Intelligence reporter yenya any plans meetings omo ye nyina de omo ankrofo na Dr. Bawumia ankrofo no omo akoye meeting na no mabeka che we are very very aware of the problems and yoma omo ye any plans omo fa nyina any Ukraine nyina omo ankrofo na asemadi kan ka chem say omo ankrofo no bebre si omo nyini ni so betima win election tino omo de omo ho keke because of and yoma nkitikiti bi omo nya free o into omo de omo ye ready say they will make him a president of Ghana. Intino omo di na chikeke omo Dr. Bawumia nkrofo na bi na beka every day they are giving us first hand information, so we believe in that and we are working hand in hand with them. But the yeka and he said those are my hardliners my say they want to create problems, they want to create confusion, they want to change certain things. Omo na ye won ye pepi so MPP mom ye pasumwi na party net imagine na naso. I say repeat it. Those who think say ne na Kennedy Crawford omo attack Mahama omo attack, we don't have the moral high ground. We don't have the moral high ground. And then young Crawford be call kan galamsi wansem o kan say Ebrana Mahama war abamu 2020 way 2016 2012 deba. They use galamse omo messy Ghana up. And we had an opportunity 2016 to change things. President Akufo-Addo came out and said he put his presidency on the line. Yeah, na bebre we to galamse allegedly. Bebre, why are we lying to ourselves? The Ghanaian people know, man at society, they know. So and now sorry no pass an kobrare enti wo kwa kosa eyi dia kwa kojina an kobra akokan bibia che o Ghana for nyiwuni. Unless we purge ourselves to the kind of leaders Ghana for be who say wo mu ye nyoma beboa ma Ghana gina ne naso. That is where Ghanaians will have a believability rate for us. It yenche no so. Ni understanding Ghanaian politics is very sophisticated. We cannot sit down and think that everything is just the way we think it is. No. In terms of Ghana for him say is so chair to mo eji hwan Brenna so say me di me dwumadie no beba na wiye na mesan ba na maba beto aso maka nsem bebre na menim say obetase ne sabese panico na haban na on the 31st of January Mako akuyi Kennedy akompreko berema ba e Japan no aba beye the flag bearer and then go on to win the election to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you very much. I'm out.